I'm here at home in Nashville, and I've been talking with Dr. Brad Spellberg as both part of my new podcast as well as the show. And the next part of our conversation is one that's on top of everyone's mind, and that is, how can we safely reopen society? It's a conversation that we need to have. And I've been having it with my friends. I'm having a lot of friends ask me about, oh my gosh, when childcare opens back up in Tennessee, should I send my kid to childcare? Give me your opinion on how we balance that out.
There isn't one answer because it isn't one pandemic. It's a patchwork of pandemics, depending on where you are in the world. And I think that we're going to have to customize how we reopen to local conditions on the ground, respecting that unlike New Zealand or Taiwan, which are islands, and could just close their borders, whatever they do, they don't have to worry about the rest of the world. If we in one county or state do something specific and our neighbor doesn't, it will spill over onto us. That's the complexity. I think we do have to accept that as dangerous as this virus is, and as in my opinion, and I think yours as well, as disadvantageous, as bad as it would be to reopen everything, if we shut everything down for too long, it will cause just as much harm. We need to make sure that we limit the damage the virus causes in its totality. That's health and wellness, and economics is a form of health and wellness. That's what we've learned in the last 20 years. If we bankrupt everybody and put them all out of their houses and they can't buy food, they're going to die of other things. So we invented smartphones and we put people on the moon. Surely we can creatively find ways as we gradually, carefully reopen to be safe, knowing, and I think this is the other corollary, that we may go through some peaks and valleys. We may reopen, we may have to close back down. We may reopen, we may have to close back down. Until there is general immunity, there may be cycles, and those cycles may vary by geographical locale. My own personal feeling is we are not ready today to reopen. I do not think we're ready. I would like at least another 2 weeks. Frankly, I would prefer through all of May. If we had continued the decline in cases we had seen initially, I would feel better. I think we've sort of plateaued and in parts of the country still rising, but it is what it is, right? We are where we are. And as we go forward, we will have to come up with creative ways to allow people to make a living, to go to work, to buy food in a manner that is somewhat protective. I mean, just in medicine alone, we've learned maybe not everybody has to come physically see their doctor for their primary care visits. Maybe a lot of the times we can do those via telemedicine. Maybe we can extend how we do care. That is the same of business. Businesses are figuring out how can we still do business in a socially distancing, responsible manner.
Well, back to the medical part, I've never before in the ER told people, look, you should have a pulse oximeter at home. And for anyone listening, that's where you can get your blood oxygen saturation at home as well as your pulse. And in this disease process, if you start to see a sudden drop in your oxygen saturation, that is an objective measurement. Well, never before in my career have I ever told people that I think this is something worthwhile to have at home if you are worried you have this infection. And if it's a good pulse ox, it works just as well at home as in a doctor's office. And you can quickly determine at home if maybe you do need supplemental oxygen. So the paradigm shift is already happening. And I do think that we're going to come out the other side of this a stronger country with a better healthcare system. And we are going to also, maybe some of the customs of the past that would spread these viruses will have gone by the wayside. Harkening back to our first conversation, I could not be more proud of what I've seen people do in this country. The fact that the majority of people have spent over a month now doing or taking these measures of social distancing. But I also know the limits of the human psyche and the ability. If someone can do this for 4 weeks, can they do it for 10?